In another video, I demonstrate breaking a board with momentum coming only from my hips. The following training is one of the exercises that helps achieve this result. KarateFitness videos are exercises or drills specific to karate that I conduct during warm-ups, ordinary trainings, or fitness tests in my classes. I upload these videos as references for my students, but I also make it publicly available for anyone to view. This is the Koshi-kaiten Heiko-dachi, or hip rotation on parallel stance. This particular practice is very essential to karate as it is the base of almost every technique. This video is also directly connected to 3 Kihon mechanics videos, that is, mechanical engineering concept for fast and strong karate blocks, training Shutoke, and Shutoke on Koshi-dachi. So for training the hips, first stand on Heiko-dachi where the feet are in parallel to each other facing forward. Do not stand on Soto-dachi with the toes pointing out. With this position, your knees are limiting the rotational movement to your hips. And if you do force rotation onto your hips, you may damage your knee. I once heard a true story from an instructor whereby when they were training Heian Sandan, and they were in this position, Heisukodachi and Wakikamai, whereby the next move is Yokobara and Maigiri, followed by this. One student was standing wrong. He was standing in Misudachi, where the toes are pointing forward. And what he did was, as he performed the technique, he forced a rotation on his upper body while being supported with only one leg, while the toe is pointing the other way. And what happened was, the force from the rotation of the upper body was far greater from what the knee could sustain from twisting apart. And that's what happened. And he was in pain, he was screaming, and had to be sent to the hospital. So back to topic. Stand on Heiko-dachi and try to reduce the curve on your lower back. So in a natural rested position, there will be this slight curve. By straightening this curve, it will provide a more stable structure. By exaggerating the curve, you will feel a concentrated pressure at this point. If you were to stand on a stance, say Zenkudachi, and hold up a Ziki, and you exaggerate this curve, then you ask someone to apply pressure on your hand, you will feel this concentrated pressure much more. And that shows that it's a weak structure. One way to distinguish is if you leave your lower back curved, in a rested position and you hit your own buttocks, you can feel that it is soft and wobbly. However, if you attempt to straighten your lower back, your glutes will be doing work to retain this position, and now it's firm and stiff. From here, start rotating in one direction. Make sure to not offset your hips like this. You have to make sure that the center of your hips is always aligned with the center of your feet, your shoulders, and your head. Often when students see the instructors doing it like this fast, swinging their belt, and they try to emulate that, they tend to end up doing this to get the force and offsetting the hips. So don't do that. Start slow. Start slow first. And with one side. Once you get one side, you can try to mirror that to get the other side. And always make sure that the feet does not change its position. Always pointing front on Heiko-dachi. And you must make sure that it is not the shoulder that is leading the movement. It is the hips that is leading the movement. And this is because if you go back to the rack and pinion, it is the pinion that is transmitting power, not the other way around. The concern of training by leading with the shoulder is that you might also build in a habit of leading your techniques also with the shoulder, like this, which is not what we're going for. However, if you're the kind who is naturally very stiff, such that you can't even make a single angle of rotation when attempting to lead with the hips, then it's probably best for you to lead with the shoulder first, just to loosen up the body. And for this, do it left and right, alternating like this. Once you've loosened up, it's time to use the wall. Place both palms on the wall at shoulder height with the arms fully straightened, and also stand at arm length distance away from the wall on Heiko-dachi. Then you start rotating left and right. This forces you to disengage or decouple your hips from the arm, or the pinion from the rack. Now, if you find it difficult to straighten your lower back as you rotate your hips in this position, you can forget about it now and just focus on rotation. Once you're used to it, then you can attempt to straighten your back once again and rotate. Once you're okay with this, repeat on a single side. And remember the key points: straighten your lower back and do not offset. Then on the right side, do it to the right. Then repeat with speed. And the other side.
Once you've loosened up the hips, you could do it without the wall, on a single side slowly, then the other side, then repeat with speed. And finally, continuous alternating sides consecutively with speed. If you haven't already watched, do check out the 3 Kihon mechanics videos that I mentioned earlier to see how this video connects to that. And also don't forget to watch the no arm punch or hip punch. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and do check out my other video series, primarily Kihon mechanics and karate discourse.